How y'all doing tonight? I'm gonna have a little giveaway with some shoes. Rockets getting blown out. I mean, there's nothing I can really say how bad they've been playing lately. These last several games, they're down. Eric Gordon has been the only player that's been a plus on the floor so far. I mean, the defense looks non-existent. I got to give it up to Tibbs. You know, he really has the Knicks playing really well. Uh, Getting Derrick Rose for pretty much nothing. You know, Derrick Rose brings a lot of leadership, and he's well respected around the league. Eric Gordon is the only one playing good, but I think Rockets need to bring up KPJ already and add him to the roster, and maybe even Kenyon Martin again, because the Rockets are just not good enough. Julius Randle's getting whatever he wants against Jae'Sean Tate. Jae'Sean Tate's a good player, but he's a rotation player. He's not a starter. I know that because he's a rookie. He has a lot to learn. He has a lot to learn. They need to make a trade. This Rockets team has like no real depth. Daniel House has been awful this game. These last several games. I mean, he's getting shots and looks, but he looks bad. It's time to trade some players. So I think at the trade deadline, they're going to trade Depot, House, Tucker. I think even Gordon. I know my friend told me that Gordon's on the market. Gordon is the only good Rocket so far, besides Christian Wood, who can't seem to stay healthy with his ankles. Right now, I've been watching a lot of G League games, so I've been more impressed by the G League Vipers, than the actual Rockets team. So, like I said, the Rockets are down by a lot. Gordon's has 16 points right now. He's at the free throw line, and he just got 17 points. Actually, right now, at the moment, I'm posting up a Rockets game, a Vipers game highlights on my YouTube channel. So y'all can go tune into that. I'm gonna put it on right now, so y'all can see how the Vipers have played. So the Rockets are trying to cut it down. They're about down by 15 points. 16 points. So the Rockets just forced a turnover. The Rockets didn't really play PJ Tucker, DeMarcus Cousins much, just the start of the game, but he's looking good. He's looking good in this third quarter. So I'm posting another video right now. It's just the real Grand Vipers.
Make dunk it on you. This time he goes for.
Oh, sorry about that. So the Knicks get an offensive rebound, and that's the bad thing about the Rockets. See, they just scored a 3. So the Rockets try to cut the lead. They're awful on rebounding. They're awful on rebounds. Can't get offensive rebounds. You need second chance points. They're not getting turnovers. That was the recipe for the Rockets. They were getting a lot of turnovers when they were winning at 6 games. Oh, John Wall just knocked down a 3. I'm adding another video right now, like I said. So Rockets are forcing some turnovers now. John Wall he has like 5 points now in this third quarter alone. So Rockets coming out a little stronger, a little more aggressive. Eric Gordon almost turned over the ball and traveled. So they called a timeout. Let me know who's in. I would like to do a giveaway today. So, drop your information. I posted another video right now of the Rio Grande Vipers. Yeah, the Rockets are down, but they're trying to show some life right now in the third quarter. Y'all like my new cup? Hey, Valentine's Day gift, I guess. I'll be giving out one of these cups as well. I was thinking about next weekend. I'm going to be going live at the game the 22nd. So not this coming up week, the following week. And I'll give away a cup just like this to a lucky winner. Today I'm going to give away a pair of shoes. So hopefully we have a winner today. Last time I tried to do this and nobody wanted to win a pair of shoes. So what are your thoughts about the Rockets? Should they blow it up? Should they stick with some of the players that they have, like Eric Gordon? And now I know it's going to be a little hard to trade Eric Gordon. In my opinion, they need more talent. They need a lot of talent. So for that to happen, they're going to have to draft in the lottery. So they're going to have to get in the top 4. You know, they really need Cunningham. So they need a player like that who's going to be a face of the franchise. You know, we got the only real product that we do have and that we could build around is Wood and KPJ, and he has a lot of mental issues. So you don't really want to build around a player with that, you know, that stigma of, you know, mental health issues because, you know, they're unreliable. You could have them in your organization, but you don't really want to build around them. I mean, you can build around. I didn't mean that. You don't want to give them, you know, the keys and then they crash the car. I mean, if he shows a consistency throughout the year, then yeah, you could go forward with him. And, you know, I'm not trying to bash his name, but, you know, it's just going off what I've seen so far. You know, he got arrested with he had cocaine in his car. He had a few guns, and then he threw food at a general manager at the Cavaliers. So that's why the Rockets even got their hands on him. Rockets, their defense is so bad. I mean, I can't even stress how bad their defense is. Now, I'm a big fan of John Collins, even Julius Randle. I mean, he's looking so good in this game. I just feel like the Rockets got to make a move. They got to trade Depot. He's not healthy. He's always hurt, unreliable. Sometimes I feel like he doesn't even want to be here. Forces a lot of shots. So you can't be competitive and, you know, not actually have like top tier talent to build around. You got to have a superstar. So you got to trade Depot for some draft picks. Now, if the Rockets trade Depot, I think they should trade him for John Collins, but only in a sign and trade. That's it. So the Rockets just turn over the ball again. They look so bad. I mean, Coach Silas is really not getting his players, you know, prepared for the games. We've seen this all year. His lack of coming out in games and getting, you know, in deep holes is something that we seen all year. Let me know your thoughts. Hey, man, I know for real. Yeah, we're doing a giveaway too. So a shoe giveaway. I mean, I'm trying to like look at the game and trying to take some positive points out from the game, but there's none. There's really none. The only thing I could say is they came out in the third quarter and showed some life. One thing I wanted to say, Daniel House has to go. I think his value is more. You got to trade him now to get something back. Now, if that's 2 second-round draft picks or a first-round draft pick, you know, or team them up with a combination with PJ Tucker and Daniel House and try to get a first-round draft pick, a low first-round draft pick. Like, let's say, well, what's a competitive team that's on the verge? I say maybe like Philadelphia. I know, you know, Daryl Morey loves, you know, Rockets players. And I'll be going live at the Rockets game in a few weeks, and I'll do also another live giveaway for a cup. So one of these cups right here, one of their new logos. Yeah, Julius Randle's having a hell of a game. You know, I didn't even know like Julius Randle was, you know, I know he was putting up great numbers, and I've been watching, you know, his highlights. But, you know, I really thought, you know, he was getting numbers on a bad team, but he's putting up real legit numbers, and he just went down right now real hard. But he's putting up all-star numbers. I mean, this man should make the all-star game. He's putting up double-doubles. So, I mean, he's legit. I knew when he got drafted by the Lakers, like the Lakers were going to regret trading him. but, are letting him go in free agency to the Pelicans. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing, man? One of my boys right there. Good with the thumbnails. DeMarcus Cousins a three, and he missed that. But, I think the Rockets are better with DeMarcus Cousins on the floor. I know they went out and got Spalding from the Vipers, but he doesn't look too good. I know he's new and can't ask too much from a guy coming up from the Rio Grande Vipers. It's expected. You can't really expect a lot from somebody just coming into their first NBA game. John Wall, three. He got it. Damn, that was a nice three-point shot. But I'll have a shoe giveaway today. So y'all stay tuned. At the start of the fourth quarter, I'll give the shoes away. If you don't have my information, make sure to add me on Snapchat. I'll send you the shoes. So John Wall, the Rockets look a little more aggressive. And, that's what I like to see. The Rockets could lose all they want. I really could care less, like as long as they show fight. Now, if I care if they're getting beat by 20 points, 30 points, but if they're losing, and they're putting up a real legit fight, and then I'm like, oh, okay, well, they tried. They're just not talented enough. Another Wall three. So back-to-back Wall threes. He cuts the lead down to 10. So Wall's looking aggressive, real aggressive. I love Wall. I really want to see him, finish his contract here. I don't necessarily want to see him leave. It's hard to get an unselfish point guard and a leader. I like Julius too, man. I really think he's aggressive. He reminds me a little bit of a poor man's Karl Malone. Great around the post, big body, could rebound. Now I know that's giving him a big, Karl Malone. He's a dime. He's a rare player to get. But Julius Randle always reminded me of Karl Malone. I don't know why. Let me know your thoughts about the shoe giveaway. I hope somebody wins who's been here and subscribed for a long time. But the Rockets are showing fight, and that's what I like to see. Like I said, I posted another video right now. As we speak right now, I'm posting a G League Vipers game they had today versus the Mad Ants. So you can see KPJ and some of his highlights. And Kenyon Martin had a really good game. So Kenyon Martin, I think he's going to, he's barely 19 years old. He has a bright future with the Rockets. And I think he made the right move, getting drafted this year besides next year, because next year the draft is going to be really deep. And so he might not even get drafted. So I think, sometimes you want to get drafted. It's just that feeling. Like as a kid, you want to get drafted. You don't want to go undrafted. So I think this was the best bet for him to get drafted. And his dad was there. His family was there. And they got to enjoy that moment. And he's averaging like almost 4 blocks a game. Julius Randle, another back down shot, a turnaround fadeaway. He was falling back and he missed it. John Wall penetrating. John Wall, 8 points in a row. Damn, they cut it to single digits, down to 7. And the Rockets are coming out here. John Wall, you got to give it credit to him. John Wall came out. John Wall showing a lot of heart. I'm listening to the New York Knicks podcast. Their host, their teleprompters. I like listening to Bill O'Reilly and Matt Bullard, but I'm listening to Walt Frazier, and he has like a lot of big words. He's always rambling off. Hey, if y'all driving and you're in Houston, y'all be careful. Like my job's still open Monday, so hopefully they just sand down the streets. Hey, if y'all haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If y'all know anybody who's a big sports fan, Rockets fan, whatever, let them subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get back on live. I haven't been live that much because it's, I've been working a lot. Kevin Porter Jr. keeps putting up good numbers, and BP keeps missing. We need to bring him up. I agree with you. I think, KPJ, as long as his head is right, he hasn't missed a step. You know what I mean? He's still balling out. I compare him to James Harden. They're very similar, very raw, step back jumper, left-handed players, penetrate as well. When we got James Harden, I remember his rookie year, he averaged 10 points. And, he was a six man, so and so. We know that we know the history of James Harden, but I see a lot of similarities with KPJ, and he only dropped in the draft because there was a lot of issues. And you're already seeing they're unfolding already, with his issues. Him getting like caught with cocaine and with guns, like I said. But who cares? I mean, he's in the right organization. He got drafted, by the wrong organization. Getting drafted by the Cavaliers, they had no real leadership. You could say Kevin Love, but Kevin Love hasn't really been a part of that team. And they traded for Drummond. The Cavaliers are playing better this year because I think they did clean that. They cleaned that atmosphere up from last year. But excuse me. Yeah, man. I appreciate it, bro. I didn't know you were up there in Kentucky. Yeah, but everybody needs to be careful, man. Work. If you can't go to work, call in. Work ain't that important. Money comes, money goes. I usually work Monday mornings downtown. That's like a 25-minute commute for me. But if the roads are bad, I ain't going. So I really think John Wall fits with the Knicks and what they're doing. They're trying to make the playoffs, and I think they can. I think they can squeeze into that 8th, 7th seed. Like I said, in the start of the fourth quarter, we're going to have a shoe giveaway. So hopefully more people join in. If not, oh, well, I haven't been going live as much, so it's probably like surprising that I went live. So John Wall takes the first jumper coming out of the timeout, and he missed it. Rockets playing defense now, but Derrick Rose still scores. And, Derrick Rose is so crafty around the hoop. He got a lot of moves, man. I used to love him with the Bulls. So Cousins going to the free throw line, but he got popped in the head bad. I even heard DeMarcus Cousins could get traded to Brooklyn. I don't know if anybody else heard about DeMarcus Cousins getting traded to Brooklyn. Now, what would they have to give up, or what would Brooklyn have to give up? Because I don't necessarily know what Brooklyn has to give up. Like they really don't have a lot of more assets. Do they still want to keep trading with the Rockets? I wouldn't trade with Brooklyn. Brooklyn doesn't have nothing else to give up. Brooklyn needs to. I think Kyrie Irving's going to get traded at the deadline. They're just not playing that well. DeMarcus Cousins hits the first out of two. So that's what I like to see with Cousins. I don't like to see a lot of three-point shots. I think he's very efficient around he's almost at a double-double right now. He has 10 points now. So he hit both free throws, 10 points, 9 rebounds. So, I mean, you're getting a player coming off of injury after injury after injury. He's getting you double-doubles coming off the bench or starting. So I could take that. Sometimes the thing, Silas, you got to really blame Silas for putting him in positions to just score too much, like threes. Whoa, John Wall. John Wall got fouled. John Wall is looking so aggressive. Yeah, it's just a rumor. So, like I said, I don't necessarily know what Brooklyn has to give up, like a second round pick. I couldn't imagine what else they could give up to the Rockets. But if the Rockets keep losing, you can see so many players getting traded. I like Nwaba a lot. I really think, he'll be great on a playoff team. He's so aggressive. But I would even trade Nwaba as well. I think he has on the market, his value is probably really high, just what he brings to a playoff team. He can get a lot of offensive rebounds. He's a great perimeter defender, and sometimes he can knock down a three-point shot. I agree with you, Roby. I think, like I said, you didn't expect him to be an all-star coming back from 3 injuries. I didn't. I knew what I was kind of getting. James Harden He knew what, we were getting. That's why he said that we're not good enough. But, he kind of surprised me in the preseason games, against the Bulls. He played really well. And Joe Green played really well, too. Caboclo played good. Caboclo was knocking down threes. He had 5 threes against the Bulls. And everybody thought the Rockets were going to be really good. But, obviously, you see it's just preseason. You can't really take a lot from preseason games. Look, Caboclo's not even on this team no more. What do y'all think about PJ Tucker? Do y'all really think he's still – look, I think he's a good player still, but he's never been a top scorer. I know a lot of Rockets fans hate PJ Tucker, so let me know your thoughts about PJ Tucker. So Derrick Rose with the ball. Derrick Rose is going to pull up on a jumper, and he almost hit it. So the Rockets are only down by 5. Truly, I'm surprised that they're down by 5. If we got a good player or a pick for Boogie, I would be happy because Boogie would have a chance to win a chip, and we could grow as a team. No, I agree with you. Man, Cousins already won. No, he won 1 championship. So the year that he signed with the Warriors, they made it to the finals, but they lost. So he already is a champion, Now, can he flourish with the championship? I really think so. I think it benefits him to, come to the Rockets, get his legs under him, go to a playoff team and kind of come off the bench a little more. He's showing that he could play still. So I got to give him credit for that, and the Rockets, promising him, significant minutes because he wouldn't be getting that on a playoff team or not even a bad team. A lot of bad teams hey, look, this is who we need to play. We don't really have time for DeMarcus Cousins, but the Rockets and Silas really gave a chance to Cousins, and I think he's really shown he's been very grateful for his opportunity with the Rockets. Like I said, a player off of 3 years of injuries is not really going to get the opportunity to play as much as he is. And you can even see Daniel House is coming back out, unfortunately. I'm just kind of done with Daniel House. So Nawaba going to the free throw line. Yeah, I agree. A lot of these players for the Rockets will fit into a playoff team, a borderline playoff team or whatever like that. They have a lot of great players. They just need a superstar. That's the problem. Your superstar left. Now you're stuck with a lot of role players. Harden knew this was a borderline playoff team, a middle of the pack team at best. He left because he wanted to win a championship. The Rockets have been always trying to win a championship every year that James Harden was here, and he left us dry, high and dry. Fortunately, the Rockets have a lot of draft picks out of that. They made relationships with the Cavs. They ended up getting KPJ instead of them cutting him. The Rockets got fortunate enough to get him. If KPJ got cut, he has the options to go anywhere. But, the Cavs decided to trade him to Houston for pretty much nothing. So you got to really thank the Cavaliers for that. And the relationship with Rafael Stone, because Daryl Morey, he was not liked around the NBA. He was very disliked. I still think the Rockets can win this game. They're looking very aggressive. They gotta score. They gotta get some stops. What the big difference is for the New York Knicks? It's Derrick Rose. He looks so solid. He looks fresh. He looks rejuvenated. You really got to give it up to Tibbs for knowing how to use Derrick Rose, to know, they've been together with the Bulls, the Timberwolves, and now the Knicks again. So, you really got to give it up to Tibbs for having that relationship with Derrick Rose and, always giving him that opportunity to, excel at what he's best at. Damn. Quickly just knocked down a nasty 3. So Rockets down by double digits again. So Eric Gordon's not really having a big third quarter, but he did have a big first half. So it's his time to take the last shot. Daniel House, please do not shoot at Daniel House. Man, Daniel House is so bad. Daniel House is so bad. I promise you. He does not do nothing good. His defense, he misses. He has collapses on defense. He misses wide open shots. It's time to trade Daniel House for real. There's no real reason why he should be on this team. He benefited well with Russ and Harden, but he has to go. There's no real reason why we still have him just because we haven't traded him yet. But it's time for him to go. If you can't knock down the other night he was 1 for 8. Like the prior night he was about the same. So Daniel House has been very bad in these last several games. And, I'm just not a big fan. And what he did in the bubble as well topped it all off for him to get traded. He's fortunate enough to be on this team still. I know Daniel House doesn't look at it like that. I know he's a very optimistic person. But if you're not producing, then what are you doing? You're just running around out there. You're missing shots and running around. And you're blowing assignments on defense. So, yeah, you're non-existent. I'm surprised Julius Randle just missed this tough three-point shot. Seriously. I mean, everything's going in for them. So hopefully the Rockets do make a trade for Julius Randle, our power forward. I mean, the Rockets need to beef up their front court. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, they haven't had a legit power forward. Now you want to say that Tucker and Jae'Sean Tate are your power forward combo. I mean, you can't really say that. I mean, you really want to look at you can't look at it like that. You say, oh, now I got Jae'Sean Tate as a power forward. Jae'Sean Tate's a great role player. He's a rookie. What do you expect from him? They're lucky he's playing this good. Respect for live streaming during the game. Cool camera, background. I appreciate it, bro. If you haven't subscribed, Matt, please do. I'm about to do a shoe giveaway in the start of the fourth quarter. I'm gonna sneak it in, and I'm gonna have a question. Roby knows about it, so I like PJ Tucker, but I think him and Boogie are the same thing. I expect Boogie gets more boards and points. No, I agree with you. One thing about Tucker, he plays better perimeter defense. He does a lot of those little things, those little tangements. He's always going to be very efficient. Like I said, I love PJ Tucker. I just think it's time to go another route. Like I said, nobody expected James Harden to get traded before the trade deadline. He said what he said, and John Wall and Boogie pretty much set the tone for the rest of the players that he had to go. So we're about to do a shoe giveaway soon. I hope y'all ready. Like, if y'all remember, I've had a shoe giveaway before, so it's going to be the same question if y'all were tuned in. So. And then the 22nd, I'll have another giveaway for a cup. So I'll be live at the Rockets game, and I'm going to go, like I said, I'll have a giveaway, and I'll give a cup away. This is a coffee mug, so I don't necessarily know if anybody drinks coffee, but you can store anything from it, from water to juice. They'll keep it cold or keep it hot. So, I like these giveaways. Like I said, I kind of went away with live streaming for the last few weeks just because I've been so busy. 3 hours of talking is hard, especially I'm not writing nothing down. I'm just going straight from the head and looking at the game. So sometimes I start stuttering and sometimes I get off track. But, like I said, 3 hours of having a legit conversation, it's hard. I love doing live streams with William Adams or Anthony Sweet, but they've been so busy with school. So I've been by myself. So I really love feeding off of them. I could take breaks, just answering them, giving them questions. But, I miss those guys. So Nwaba, early three, just Jae'Sean Tate, offensive rebound. Man. Yeah, I think Tucker is a better defender, but I think we would trade House and Tucker for a better scorer and a defender. I agree. That's the thing. See, if you trade Depot for like John Collins, I think the Atlanta Hawks are going to ask for picks, and I don't think the Rockets are necessarily fit to be giving away draft picks. Now, if you trade for like Randall, you could trade a combination. Hopefully, you do a sign and trade. The Knicks are going to want to sign whoever gets Victor Oladipo. They might ask for a sign and trade. Like if we get John Collins, I'm gonna want to sign and trade with them, especially if you're giving up draft picks. It's just very important that you whatever you're investing in is here for the long haul. And if you can imagine John Collins and Christian Wood, it would be great. Even, like I said, even Julius Randle. Now, if they go another route and, they go for just draft picks, then I'm fine with that. I could live with the fact that, I believe in Raphael Stone drafting the right players. From what he's shown this year so far, I trust in him to, find young talent, cheap talent as well. The Rockets don't want to find the Rockets had out. They've been competitive, but had one of the highest, I know the last few years they haven't reached over the cap, but they've been there. They've been almost there. So they're, paying players like Harden and Westbrook. I'll go ahead and I'm about to do I think at 8 minutes throughout the 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter, I'm going to do the question. And y'all be ready for the shoe giveaway. They're going to be a pair of Hardens. I don't necessarily know which ones. I'll look and I'll see, but all I need is your shoe size, and my information. I'll give out my information. I hate to be giving out my information, but it's just Snapchat, and I use it for mainly business pretty much. And I have a TikTok as well. So at 8 minutes, I'll do the question. The Rockets are getting themselves in a hole again, so they just got a technical foul by Jashawn Tate. So
Eliminates from hockey.
Shout out to Matt Vaughn for subscribing, for real. I was really trying to reach 200 subscribers by the end of February. It's only been more than a month. Hasn't even been 2 months. 2 months of me doing this, so I'm still getting my feet wet as well. So I enjoy this, So Rockets are in a deep hole. Come on, Rockets, do something. Give me something. I mean, if we lose by 5, I'll be happy with that, for real. Oh, yeah, just trying to say the 3. I'm okay losing by 5, but losing by 20, come on, I don't want to lose by 20 again. We done lost our last several games. Last game we lost by 5 points to Miami, but that was a hard game to watch because the Rockets had that game the whole time until the third quarter, and they allowed some guy I never even heard of to go off in the second half. It was unbelievable. So Derrick Rose gets an and one. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the question. If y'all ready, let me know if y'all ready. What are 5 players that were drafted straight out of high school? 5 players drafted out of high school, straight into the NBA. Now, actually, the NBA is actually starting to do that again. This year, they will allow players to get drafted straight out of high school again. But if not this year, next year, I really can't remember. But I'm pretty excited to see which player gets drafted out of high school. Remember, if you get it right, you get a pair of shoes. I know some of my subscribers don't necessarily want to play the game because they say that they don't really want nothing from me. They just want to be a part of the channel. The Rockets down by 20. See, I think these are the shoes I'll give away. I know y'all seen these before. I just have them laying around, but not mine. I'll buy y'all new ones. Well, we got Roby was the first one to answer it. He got several players. I'm sorry, Blake. He came in last. Let's go. Dwight, you're right about Dwight, LeBron. Stoudemire, I can't really remember, to be honest. I think you're right about that. Yeah, you're right. Kwame Brown, Amar Johnson. Yeah, but I see Roby has more than 5 players, I think. Kevin, Kobe, Jermaine, I know you're right. Tracy, Tyson Chandler. You were trying to play it safe as hell. You had like 8 players. So Roby's our winner. So for real. So I'm sorry, Blake. I know you're right behind. So it's definitely the person who pushes the buttons fastest. So Blake, for you, getting it right, I'll send you out something as well. So Blake, I'll give you out like a toy. So both of y'all, competing. So second place, I'll give Blake a toy. So I know you didn't win the shoes, but for competing and trying to win. So for credit, I got you with a little something, something. But yeah, Roby, you're our winner for real. And Blake, you're our runner-up. So y'all are both going to get something in the mail. Just, add me on Snapchat. Send me your information, your address. I got you. Now, I don't know, if you're not in Houston. I know you say you're not in Houston. So it might take a little longer for you to get the package. Like the last winner who won the jersey got it like 2 days later. So this might take you a week or so. Like, I don't know how the post office works. But like I said, I got you though. And like I said, the 22nd, I'm going to give away another prize. It'll be a cup, a Rockets cup. So like I said, if you don't drink coffee, use it for water. Use it for Kool-Aid. So the Rockets are big down, barely 9 minutes left. But the Rockets look bad. They can't stop Derrick Rose. It's prime Derrick Rose. So the Rockets are forcing things now. They're forcing the threes, but they got an offensive rebound and a putback. I know they're getting desperate now. They got to cut the lead fast. They got to cut it within single digits before the 5-minute mark. That's always been my philosophy. And Toppin with a 3. Oh my God, Toppin just hit a 3. God damn, he's been bad all game. Literally, he's been dog shit. Toppin sucks. I mean, my opinion, for real, he sucks. He doesn't know what he's really doing out there. He shoots horrible shots. I'm surprised he knocked that 3 down. I think Toppin got drafted, number 8, and I'm sure about that. I actually kept up with the draft this year and the lottery pick. He got drafted, and he was highly overrated. I'm telling you, this is one of the worst drafts in a long time. LaMelo is getting a lot of hype. I think Anthony Edwards will be a solid player as well. I just think he got drafted by the wrong organization. Timberwolves are trash. Toppin just scored in the paint. He's making me eat my words. But I'm going to stick with what I say. Like, if Toppin doesn't get big, he doesn't get like a Julius Randle big, then he's going to struggle a lot. He got bird legs. Oh, you want me to text you? Yeah. I mean, you want to put your number on YouTube? Oh, I have you on Snapchat already, right? So Eric Gordon, Daniel House, a pump fake from the 3. Yeah, I mean, Daniel House doesn't even want to shoot the ball. He knows better. He knows that, he's playing bad. So Rockets down by 18 points, shooting a 3 quickly with a 3, and they got it. It's over. It's over. Rockets. It's over, man. Christian Wood needs to come back. I think if Christian Wood even comes back, I mean, it doesn't answer questions. There's so many questions that need to be answered for this team. Christian Wood doesn't answer none of them. He just comes back. He's a great player. He's the best offensive option for the Rockets. But I think you need to bring KPJ up. You need to figure out if Depot's going to be playing. Depot's been hurt all the time. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I'll send it in the same package then, right? If y'all want it like that, it'd be cheaper for me, more time efficient for myself. Bet. What's your number? I got a video coming up. It's just the highlights of the Mad Ants versus the Vipers. That's coming out in 5 minutes on my YouTube. Y'all go ahead and check that out when it comes up. Like I said, I'm trying to cover the Vipers as well. I'm intrigued by them. I'm gonna start covering the Vipers a little more since the Rockets are getting younger. The Rockets are a young team now. So expect a lot of Vipers covers, college players getting covered a little more by me. Okay, I just text you right now. All right. I'll have your package in the mail. Hopefully, I work tomorrow, so hopefully there's a snowstorm coming. So I'll probably, and then I gotta order it, or I'm going to go to the mall and buy your shoes. So I'll go looking. Let me know your shoe size. Text me your shoe size. So let me know so I could hook it up. And I got so many socks, bro. I got so many socks. I got my sister-in-law used to work at a school, and they would get those Nike socks. I got so many socks, bro. So I'll hook you up with a pair of Nike socks as well. So I got you on that. So, I really appreciate, you and your homeboy or your cousin or whatever, really trying to compete for those shoes. So I got you. I'll both give you all a pair of socks. I remember Angel. Angel used to be on here all the time. He said he got a job at Goodwill. Hey, a job is a job for real. But he's always hitting me up for that free toy. I've been trying to give it to him. He literally lives down the street, but I even gave him my address. So, oh yeah, for real. If y'all know people who want to subscribe, let them know. I need more subscribers. And one thing about YouTube is kind of weird. Yearly, they do an annual thing. Like they go through and they see if you have bots, or they think bots are watching your videos. So like manipulating the system. Like say if I made another account and I was scamming views. So man, I lost 60 views on one of my videos, 40 views on another video. And look, I'm not in it for the views. Of course, I want to know that I'm getting views because I'm putting work into this. But it's something crazy that YouTube does. They think they're bots. So say if somebody watches 5 seconds, 4 or 5 seconds, 10 seconds, they think that's a bot already. So it shouldn't be like that. I got you, man. Watch you go in the mail, Roby. You go in the mail and you get those shoes with the speaker from Walmart, those Bluetooth ones, and I put Harden on the side of your shoe, just straight up right Harden with a Sharpie, and you're like, whoa, my shoes got speakers. Are those Willie shoes that with the little wheels? I seen somebody hooping in those on a little video, man. He was cooking. He was cooking with those little Willies. Save your energy. Yeah, they do it annually. It's something that they do. So one day I might lose 20 subscribers, or even more. like our views. Like you see some of my videos, they'll have like 80 views, and then the next day I had like 50 or 30. It's just crazy. They think they're bots. It's kind of demoralizing when you come out of work and you make a video and you put your effort into it, and then you look at it and you're like, damn, like I lost views. Like people are unviewing it. You know how you you go to like Facebook or something, and you like somebody's picture, then you're like, man, I'm gonna unlike that hoe because they made me mad. Like I know YouTube is not like that. Once you view a video, you can't go back and unview it. Derrick Rose is balling. For real. They're gonna make the playoffs. Julius Randle's playing like an all-star. Derrick Rose looks, very comfortable in his shoes. And Rockets are just almost down by 20. Literally down by 20. But the Rockets could trade Sterling Brown. They could trade Nwaba. They could get like second-round draft picks. And you could add up guys from the G League to fill the void. And now you're in the position, okay, let's tank. I think they should tank, and they should try to like get a top lottery pick. I think it's tanking season. Let's go with it. Keep Christian Wood. It's unfortunate. You want to keep competing, but he can't stay healthy as well. I appreciate it. I'm gonna keep grinding. How mad would you be if I said, "Hey, I'm gonna give you the winner a pair of like KDs or something," and then when your box comes in the mail, it's like some Shaqs. Like how shady would that be? How mad would you be? Like a free pair of shoes is a free pair of shoes, but that would be fucked up though. No lie, when I first saw the shoes with the Bluetooth speaker, I was like, man, I've never seen nothing like this. It's like very creative. Where you have like this big old speaker inside your shoe. Like imagine hooping with like a big speaker in your shoe. It's funny. If anybody knows where I could get like some good patches, let me know. Like I'm creating my own logo and I'm creating my own jersey. So I do have a jersey already that's blank. It only says the Houston Rockets. It's this, the modern Houston Rockets jersey. But I have a few designs. I could show you if I wanted to. I also have I'm getting another jersey coming in the mail. It's the pajamas blue jersey for the Rockets. It has nothing on it, like completely blank. And I can do whatever I want with it. So I got this. I'll show y'all right now because I love your feedback. Sorry about that. Let me find the patch. Sorry about that, guys. I couldn't find the patch, but somewhere's around here. But this is the jersey. It's pretty plain. Like I said, it's supposed to be plain. But I have a leather patch that I want to put on here. I just can't find it right now. But the patch will be like, it'll be this logo, upside down on the jersey. I appreciate it, bro. There'll be this jersey with this logo, a leather patch upside down on the front, and maybe like a Travis Scott logo as well. The Rockets game is done. Like, and the bad thing about the Rockets, they don't have like a lot of young players on this team. So, like I said, like you got to bring KPJ up so you could like see what you're working with. Ben McLemore, you have him just sitting on the bench. I'd rather see Ben McLemore than Daniel House. But what did y'all think about the jersey? I'll show y'all when I'm done. I want to get my own logo right there on my jersey and a few more patches to cover up the Adidas. Like I'm not trying to advertise Adidas, just like me and the Rockets. Shout out to, the giveaway winners. One thing I did learn is that Julius Randle is an all-star this year for real. Appreciate it, Roby. I learned quickly is a really good player, man. He has a great shot, a pretty good passer. Man, Rockets all over the place. Kevin Knox getting an easy dunk, alley-oop. One thing, Kevin Knox has been a big bust. That's all every time, you hear a trade with the Knicks, they're always trying to give away Kevin Knox. I don't remember what number he was drafted, so I don't necessarily know if he's a bust, but I know he's not. That's what they say, he's a bust, but he's not that good. He's not, maybe he's in the wrong organization. That's what you get. You get a lot of players just drafted in the wrong organization. Too many young players, not enough leaders. Happens all the time. I think Kwame Brown would have been a better player getting drafted by the right organization, a patient organization. And he had Michael Jordan breathing down his back. I think I'm gonna end it here. The game's over. Like I said, I put a game highlights of the Vipers versus the Mad Ants. Y'all go ahead and check that out. Shout out to the winners. You'll have your shirt. I'm gonna send them out. Your shoes probably like Thursday. So at best, I just hope the weather clears up and you happen to get them like by the following week. So shout out to the winners. I'm gonna end it here and like and subscribe if you have not already. Thank y'all.